Hello everybody, welcome back. A lot has been done since last video. I know I keep opening with that line, but I really mean it this time. We have 4 levels done, and I have them splayed out along this base plate here, and I'm just going to go through them one by one and talk to you about, the difficulties that I faced, how the systems work, and, just the general playbook. So let's get started here. We left off with 1-6, so this is 1-7. In this level here, we are featuring a new mechanic called mouse holes. So if you may or may not recall, if you've ever played the original game, there were little holes that you could go into and appear out of the other one. They act in pairs, so they're color coordinated. So if you go into a blue hole, you can come out the other blue hole, or you can come out the same. They act as a pair. You can come out of either or. Vice versa with the yellow. These do not interconnect. They are strictly separated by their pairs. So the goal of this level, you spawn around here, you gotta go into the blue, into the blue, into the yellow, grab the cheese, escape, or you can, make a little sneaky path around here, get in the yellow, hide from the cat's path, grab the cheese, get out of there. There's a couple of ways to go about it, and I'll do it in the level demo. But before we get into that, I will show off some behind the scenes of, making this stuff work. I'll play that on screen now. So yeah, this was pretty rough at first. The basic concept was, of course, just getting the mouse to be sucked into the hole, kind of like the exit door. I reused some of the exit door code for that, and being able to pop out of not only the second door in the pair, but also the first at your, the player's discretion. As you can see, the player's model is kind of getting stuck in the idle position incorrectly when they should be walking. That was a glitch, obviously, I had to patch. From what I recall, it was due to the player being sucked in and frozen inside of the door until they made their escape. It also froze their animation cycle, so it did not respond immediately to when the player was walking. So that was the cause of that, but when we go into the actual level demo, it looks a lot better now. So let's move on. This is 1-8. I decided to go with a little cafe theme for this one. This is 2 cats and 2 cheeses, the first level that features 2 cheeses. This is introducing the encumberment mechanic. So if you have more than 1 cheese attached to your mouse, it weighs the mouse down, and your movement speed is slower from the original game. So I like this level design a lot. I had a lot of fun with this. I was roughly inspired by the original 1-8 level, but I kind of gave it my own spin to it. I thought a little pink, red-ish arcade cafe style thing was going to look good, and I think the actual level mechanics and design panned out pretty nicely. So 1-9 is an outdoorsy level. There is a lot going on here, I know, but this introduces 2 new mechanics, one of which being the mousetrap. So this is what it looks like. When the player touches the mousetrap, they die. It acts the same as being hit by an enemy. But you'll notice over here, this is the mouse decoy. It can be picked up just like the cheese and follow behind the player, and it's a one-time use, so it can deactivate any mousetrap. And if the player runs into a mousetrap while they have the mouse decoy equipped, they do not die, and the mouse decoy is removed from the player's, I guess, inventory, we can call it. And the mousetrap, it springs up into a little custom animation and disappears from the level forever, just for that player, just for that client. So that way, everybody can still be multiplayer friendly, because then all the mousetraps would be gone in a matter of seconds if 5 people are playing. So yeah, path on this level. Wind around here, grab the decoy, kind of hide behind the bush, avoid the cat's paths, make it the right timing, go, go, go. You can slip through this gap here, and that may be an achievement in the future if you can, not set off any mouse traps. I think that'd be a cool idea. Grab the cheese, get out, and head to the exit with your, obviously you have a little safety. But watch out for those cats. They do have nap spots on this map, but they are still a threat if you're not hiding behind the various objects scattered around the map, like the lawnmower, the bushes, all can be hidden behind. And last but not least, this is 1-10. This is kind of a mix of everything. I decided to do a little bit of a combo level, so we got 2 cheeses, mouse traps, and mouse holes, so every mechanic the player has encountered in recent memory so far. So the player spawns up here. Their goal is to come down, grab the mouse decoy, get into the blue hole, get out of this blue hole with the mouse decoy. They should be safe and deactivate this trap. Grab the cheese, get in the red, get in this red, grab the cheese, and get out. If they do it in any other order, they risk being encumbered and they will probably be too slow to avoid this cat pathing here. And then obviously working on 1-11 right now. So World 1 is almost done. Very exciting stuff. I also made a lot of changes to the level select hub. You'll see that shortly. Not visually, but just the way the pathing works. All very good stuff. So let's go ahead and put all the levels back into the folder here. And let's do a little playtesting. So I did reset my progress on my data store. This is just a custom button here, but I do have a reset levels button that I implemented. So basically you double click that, it'll reset all your levels of progress, and I implemented that to make it a lot easier on me when I was testing the levels, because I was having a lot of issues with the level select hub. I don't have any footage from that, but it was a lot of difficulties in pathing, so I'll explain that now. If you go back to the level select hub, when you complete a level for the first time, you'll be put back into the level select hub, a path will generate, and some fireworks will spawn going into your next level. So that took a lot of work. That was very tricky to figure out, but basically the goal is no matter how many levels you complete, whenever you return back to the level select hub, it'll still play that little animation and celebration thing for you. So we'll go ahead and complete a few levels that you've already seen really quickly here, and speed through until we get to 1-7 so we can do the showcase. Alright, hope you enjoyed that little montage. Looks like I'm pretty good at this game after testing my levels so many times. But here's 1-7, so I'll go ahead and show off the longer but more intended route, just to show off both of the doors. So when the player gets snapped into the door, you can see that both pairs, or both members of the same pair, are glowing. So the player can exit from this door. Oh, that was a little delayed. Or they can exit from the same door that they entered from. So I might need to make that a little snappier. There's still a little awkward delay. I'm not sure why. It should be smoother than that, but whatever. So we can go ahead and go into the yellow one now, grab that cheese, and make our getaway. And then on to 1-8, we have the encumberment mechanic. So this level is actually fairly difficult. I playtesting this, I think it's balanced. Don't get me wrong. I actually do think that this is the right level of difficulty at this stage in the game, but man, it's actually pretty hard. So this is I guess this is the route I've been going, but it's certainly not the easiest. I've found an easier route. If I die here, I'll definitely be sure to show that off. But you can see the mouse has little sweat particles on him, and he's moving much slower. That's because he is carrying 2 cheeses, and he's too heavy. So let's see if I can make it. I certainly cannot. It is over for me. Okay, well, we can go the alternate route now. That might be way better for my health. So I think the method here is we grab this cheese and wait, because you don't want to be encumbered over here. You want to be encumbered for as little time as possible. So you want to grab this cheese on your way out. So we can go here, I think, and then we can grab this cat's, okay, we can grab this cat's attention, run and hide behind here. Oh man, okay, sorry, let me get a little better at my game. I was just gloating earlier, and now I'm a chud. Okay, the goal is to get him off of his track like that a little bit to sync up the timings properly. Now this will be probably a lot more chaotic and unexpected in multiplayer, just because people are going to be aggroing the cats all over the place. But in single player, that's how you do it. Sorry for that delay, I'm really bad. But here's 1-9. This one is, there's a lot going on. It's a lot less simple than some of my other levels, and that's a good or a bad thing. I do want to show off real quick before I continue here, just a little clip when I was playtesting this one when I first implemented the mouse decoy. It was really jank. I basically tried to replicate the cheese collection logic onto it, and because it wasn't the same entity, like it has a function, right? It does something. The cheese is just kind of cosmetic, and it's required for the exit door to open. But the mouse decoy like has parameters. You know, if you step, it's listening for the mouse trap constantly. So when I was collecting it, it just started spazzing out. I'm not really sure why to this day. I just think I made it a little too similar to the cheese in terms of mechanics, but I digress. That's not important. It just was really, really screwed up. So I'll go ahead and show off what happens when you trigger a mousetrap. There you go. Grab this cheese, and then, obviously if you hit the mousetrap and die, there's an animation for that too. I made a custom model. So basically, with the mouse decoy, it gets... Oh, no. No. You don't see me. Oh, well, I guess. Oh. What a loser, man. What a bum. Hold on, can I finesse this? Oh my gosh. Yo, alright. Look at that. Okay, that's a problem. I need to fix that wall clipping. Holy. Okay, I completed it, but I'll go ahead and replay the level just to show you what happens when the player dies. The mouse decoy gets put into the trap. It basically swaps out for a custom visual. It's just a completely different model. But if the player touches it, boom! The player's model gets stuck in it with little X's on his eyes, which I just custom modeled. So we can go ahead and go to the level select hub, and I'll show off this new thing. So if you've completed a lot of levels in rapid succession, it skips the transformation. It'll do the pathing, the fireworks, up until the most recent level. So it skips a lot, waiting for all those paths to wind. That's how I was originally going to have it, and that's what was causing so many problems. So here's 1-10, on to the final level that we have so far. This is our combo level. So basically the name of the game here, you're going to want to swoop down, grab this decoy, run into the blue door, and then activate that trap, grab the cheese, head into the red door, wait for this idiot to turn around. Oh, I need to make that a lot less touchy. The doors still need some tweaking, but you want to grab that so you're not encumbered as long, and then you are out of here. And that's what we got. So one more normal level remaining in the World 1, along with a boss level and perhaps a secret level that I don't know what I'm going to do for that, but I know it's going to be awesome. And that's World 1. So hopefully, I do hope to start, advertising, marketing this game. Not with Roblox ads, but just spreading the word around casually. On full release, I think the game is going to have World 1 and World 2. So hopefully I can get a timeline for you guys. Obviously, I'm not super consistent with the uploads, but, I'm doing what I can. I think timeline will come out soon in terms of like a full release, and that's going to be all that there is in the initial launch. If I find success, definitely have some updates planned. I'm not going to reveal anything yet, but it's going to be cool. It's going to make this game really unique. So thank you as always for watching, and I hope you enjoyed what I had to offer today, or this week rather, because I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope to end this world off pretty strong. Yeah, thank you for watching.